Welcome back. Now, I hope you're sitting comfortably because we've got a little bit of a road safety video to show you. Now, I need to give you a little bit of a warning. There's no blood and gore, but it is quite upsetting and you might end up with a little bit of a tear in your eye. I know I did. No more. Settle back. Watch this.
I remember the day we got David's first motorbike. We bought it for him for his 16th birthday, and it was a few days before his birthday that we picked it up. It was a heap of a thing, really, and he was so excited. And we brought it home on the back of his dad's truck, and David was standing out on the parking space, and he was jumping up and down with excitement, and that was just fabulous. That's a lovely, lovely memory. And I know Ken says that he wishes he's never bought him that first bike, but I honestly wouldn't have denied David his 22 years of riding pleasure. David was the most wonderful son. He was never a tearaway. He never ever got into trouble. He was just polite, friendly, kind, generous, had so much to give. And his friends describe him as a legend and a gentleman. He'd only come back from Antarctica at the end of February, so he'd only been back just over 3 months. He'd been away for 15 months working for the British Antarctic Survey. The day of the accident, he'd been to King's Lynn. He'd met up with some of his colleagues from Antarctica and some of his UK friends, and they'd been to a race meet and a dirt quake. And he'd had a brilliant day. I know he rode fast that day. He loved speed, he loved motorbikes. The driver didn't see him and turned right across his path. David didn't have time to take evasive action. This isn't an easy thing to do, but I just hope that somebody benefits from it, that motorists slow down. They look before they turn to junctions. They think as a motorcyclist, yeah, he's going fast, what might he do? Motorcyclists think as a car driver, what might he do?
So, what do you think? It's quite shocking, isn't it? And a bit of a sad story. I suppose the first question before we get on to what they're trying to get across is, Harry, should they have made the vid and should they have aired it?
Yes. I don't think there's any doubt that that should have been shown. I think it's incredibly generous and understanding of the parents to have put this forward just to try and educate people that this kind of thing can happen. I mean, we're all vulnerable and let's face it, we all speed. But what this shows is that there's a time and a place for it.
So there's a message there to bikers and to car drivers. Car drivers, be aware that as bikers, we're often going a bit quicker than we should do. And you need to be careful when you're pulling across any kind of roadway. It did look like that driver kind of took a little bit of a chance, didn't really check out the traffic, turned off early, didn't he? And then bikers, look, we know we speed. I've got a feeling he knew that road. and you shouldn't really be speeding there where there are junctions that you can cut in and across. So it's a little bit about self-preservation as well. I like that about the video, that they're trying to speak to car drivers and bikers.
Yeah, it's not just saying he was at fault, it's like everybody plays a role in road safety. You just got to keep looking and looking and looking. Because,
as you said, there's a time and a place, Harry, to speed, and wherever there's any side roads and junctions, that's not a time and a place. You shouldn't be really heavily speeding down a road you don't know. Other than that, the message to take from it is what? Just be careful. Observant, careful, check your speed, give yourself chance. I mean, you know, it's easy for us as bikers to put ourselves in a position where an accident is, if it's not inevitable, it could easily happen. Just take it, hold back a little bit. You're going to get there faster than a car anyway, so just rather live to ride another day. Yeah, I think in a way it's hard on David, the subject of the video, but you know, you could almost see that coming, and if he couldn't see it coming, he should have been aware that the possibility of someone cutting across a busy road was very real. As you saw from the video, I don't think he even had chance to hit the brakes. Nothing at all. So he should have been covering the brakes, he should have been easing off at the junction. The car driver shouldn't have done whatever. There's a million messages to take out from it. But rather than be shocked, take it on board, learn something, realise how quickly it can all go wrong and how your family's hurt and the people around you. So we're not normally into this. I shall probably be wheeling on next week's show, but I'll be wheeling where it's safe. Until next week, when we'll be back with lots more as usual, keep it safe.